In the shadow of the Liverpool docks, a name has haunted the children of Bootle for nearly 2 centuries. John Bibby. Founder of a shipping empire in 1807, he was a man of immense wealth and even greater mystery. But on the night of July 17th, 1840, the merchant prince became a mangled corpse, found face down in a pond 3 miles from his mansion, his body much mangled and his gold hunting watch stolen. Bibby's death remains one of Merseyside's greatest unsolved cold cases. The coroner called it drowning in a deep sleep, but the streets knew better. They say he was robbed, dragged and discarded, and now he's come back to settle the account. Lock your doors, because the man who was too restless for the earth is driving his coach through the fog of Peel Road. The details of the recovery were visceral. A farmer with a pitchfork pulled John's mangled remains from the reeds near Aintree. Bruises on his legs and a jagged cut on his face told a story the coroner refused to hear. Was he a drunk who fell? Or a victim of a dockside grudge dragged miles to his watery grave? The Bibby family offered a massive £500 reward, a fortune in 1840, but the crime went cold. The anger raged in Liverpool's counting houses, but while the business prospered under his sons, a darker legacy was taking root in the soil of Bootle. The merchant's spirit didn't just linger, it evolved into something far more terrifying. As the decades passed, the merchant became a bogeyman. Local lore tells of a headless horseman who haunts the last night of the year and Halloween. He's seen driving a phantom coach down Bibby's Lane, connecting March Lane to Peel Road. But the most horrifying detail? He carries his own severed head in his lap. Parents use the tail to keep their children inside. Get in before John Bibby finds you. He was no longer just a victim. He was a hunter on horseback, searching the parks for children to kidnap. For the kids of the 70s and 80s, the dare was simple. Walk down Bibby's Lane after dark. But is it just a story for children? In 2008, a witness from 97 Peel Road described a night that defies explanation. He heard it first, the unmistakable thunder of hooves and a heavy carriage on cobbles getting louder and closer. Then he called his wife to the window. There was no carriage to be seen with the eyes, but the sound was vivid, weird, and undeniable. It sped up exactly as it reached the junction of Bibby's Lane. This wasn't a child's imagination. This was an acoustic haunting, a stone tape of a 180-year-old murder replaying in the modern night. Even today people talk of the ritual, spinning around on the railway tracks to summon the man who can't find his rest. John Bibby's business still operates today, a global empire built from a mansion on the marsh. But while the money moved on, the man stayed behind. He remains a genetic glitch in the history of Bootle, a reminder of a murder that was never solved and a wound that was never healed. Whether he's looking for his stolen watch or his missing head, the Bootle Bogeyman is a permanent resident of the North Docks. The next time you hear the sound of wheels on the stone when the road is empty, don't look for a car. Look for the man in the coach, because he isn't just a legend, he's a witness. Bootle remembers its own, and John Bibby is the dark thread that ties the past to the present. Stay away from Bibby's Lane after dark, unless you're prepared to pay the toll. This has been the Northern Spectre. Bootle remembers, and now, so do you.